Hey F1 fans, and welcome back to the channel. For those of you new here, I'm Nick, and I live and breathe everything Formula 1. I know we're still buzzing from the pre-season testing and all the lap times and data we gathered, but you know what? My mind is already racing ahead, all the way to the iconic Albert Park circuit for the Australian Grand Prix. The Australian Grand Prix is always a highlight on the F1 calendar, the first race after the winter break in the Southern Hemisphere. It's a fantastic test of pre-season development and a proper launchpad for the year ahead. And let's be honest, it's often unpredictable. From surprise retirements to dramatic safety cars and stunning overtakes, Albert Park rarely disappoints. So, with that in mind, I've put my F1 analyst hat on, dusted off my crystal ball, and I'm ready to lay down my top 5 bold predictions for the 2025 Australian Grand Prix. Now, these aren't just safe bets. These are predictions rooted in current trends, potential team development, and a healthy dose of F1 unpredictability. Are they guaranteed to happen? Absolutely not. That's the beauty of racing, but I think there's a strong chance we'll see these scenarios unfold. Let's dive straight into prediction number 1. Lando Norris will win the 2025 Australian Grand Prix. Now, some of you might be rolling your eyes and saying, no surprise there, and yes, Norris and McLaren have been dominant. However, I believe the gap is closing. In 2025, we are a couple of years into the current regulation cycle. Teams like Ferrari and Mercedes had more time to understand and optimize their cars. The development curves tend to flatten out eventually, and I expect to see tighter competition at the front. Think about it. Ferrari's progress in the last season, Mercedes' potential to bounce back, and even Red Bull showing flashes of pace. They are all hungry to challenge for victories. While I still expect McLaren to start strong, I predict the Australian GP will be a genuine battle right down to the final laps. Don't expect a comfortable cruise to victory for Lando. Right now, his biggest rival seems to be his teammate, Oscar Piastri, especially because they race in his home country. Norris will have to earn it, fighting wheel to wheel, possibly even with the strategic masterclass needed to secure a victory. Prediction number 2. Ferrari will be McLaren's closest challenger and secure a podium finish with both cars. Building on my first prediction, I'm doubling down on Ferrari's progress. Albert Park, while not a power circuit in the traditional sense, rewards a well-balanced car with good cornering and traction. These are areas where Ferrari has historically been strong and areas they focused on improving in the winter. I know we just saw them struggling in the preseason testing, but they're working on understanding their new package, and with the help of the simulator, I believe they will refine their car and be ready for the first race of the year. Also, I have a lot of faith in both Ferrari drivers. Hamilton and Leclerc have different reasons to prove something this season, and will have to overperform in some races to achieve their goals. I'm even bold enough to say Ferrari could genuinely challenge for the win if McLaren stumbles even slightly. Expect a sea of red on the podium in Melbourne. Prediction number 3. Kimi Antonelli will not finish his race in his F1 debut. We know Albert Park is a tricky circuit, and most of the young and rookie drivers have not raced there before. Kimi getting a seat in a top team in his first season in Formula 1 definitely creates pressure, and we've seen him make some mistakes at his first sessions with an F1 car. He knows he has to prove himself fast, otherwise he may force Toto Wolff to make a decision about his future with the team. I expect that he will be nervous at his first races, and that will cause him to make some silly mistakes. But in a circuit like this one in Melbourne, the slightest mistake often leads to a DNF. Prediction number 4. There will be at least 2 safety car periods during the race, and potentially a virtual safety car as well. Albert Park is a semi-street circuit. It's fast, flowing, but with walls looming close and tricky chicanes. As the first race of the season, outside of pre-season testing, drivers are sometimes still pushing the limits to find the edge, and we often see early season incidents. Combine that with potentially closer racing, as per my earlier predictions, and you have a recipe for safety car drama. Whether it's a first lap incident, someone misjudging a corner under pressure, or even debris from a close battle. I'm expecting the safety car to make multiple appearances. This will bunch up the field, reset strategies, and completely shake up the running order. Don't blink during the 2025 Australian GP because you might miss a crucial moment caused by a safety car intervention. Prediction number 5. Carlos Sainz will finish in the top 8. Formula 1 isn't just about the top teams. The midfield battles are often incredibly intense, and drivers are consistently fighting to extract every last tenth of a second from their machinery. We saw Williams impress with her performance in Bahrain testing a week ago, especially Sainz. He seemed to be pretty comfortable in the car, and that reflected in lap times. For sure, the top 4 teams didn't exactly show their true pace, but the early evidence suggests that Williams will be fast this year, and definitely fight for points consistently. This could be due to a brilliant strategic call from the team, capitalizing on the predicted wet weather or safety car chaos, or simply a driver putting on an absolute stellar performance and outdriving their car. Carlos won the Australian GP last year, and he seems to enjoy this track, so I think he will surprise some people in the paddock and snatch a position from the top 4 teams and finish in the top 8. So, there you have it, my 5 bold predictions for the 2025 Australian Grand Prix. Of course, this is all just speculation and fun, and that's what makes F1 so exciting. Anything can happen on race day. But now I want to hear from you. What are your predictions for the 2025 Australian Grand Prix? Do you agree with my picks? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated on everything Formula 1, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. My next goal is to reach 1000 subs. Let's make it happen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.